everybody, my name is Simone and welcome to Simone's Bedtime Stories. Me and my pals are getting ready to sleep, so we're gonna hear a bedtime stories. Daddy, I'm ready.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay, alright. So what story to tell for you? Okay, let's tell you another Tenali story.
I love Tenali Ram and Smarty Pants Ram.
Okay. So this time, Tenali Ram, it's, so basically the king to whom, for whom the Tenali Ram worked for, or for whom the, Tenali Ram was in the court of, right? So this king is in the southern portion of India. He's in the southern part of India.
Oh.
So, and there is another king that is all the way on the northern part of India who is even more powerful. So that is like the, powerful king that sits in Delhi. He's the Sultan, or he's a Mughal king, Muslim king, and he's called Sultan, right? And what, the way... Sultan is an even bigger, powerful Muslim king. And in those days, what they did was they will collect taxes. They will not, those guys, the bigger, powerful kings will go and fight wars with the little kings and, defeat the little king. And then they'll say, hey, you lost the war. So moving forward, hereafter, you have to pay a tax for me. So whatever money you're making, whatever taxes you're making out of your people, you pay a portion of that tax to me, and you are my subordinate. That means you report to me. So you have to listen to what I say. So...
Oh, so the king becomes the greater king's servant?
It's little, yeah, a little bit like that,
yeah. The first king, like, the people of that king report to this king, and then the more powerful king reports. So this little king reports to the more powerful king about the people.
Exactly. Remember, the king had so many provinces, right?
Yeah.
And he had a designated general or somebody for each province.
So he's going to become one of those?
Exactly. So so all these leaders from the province reported to the king, and like that, this king reports to the more powerful king that sits in Delhi, and that guy is called the Sultan, right? So that's what they're doing, because
because the smaller king is going to become a reporter.
Yeah, he reports to the bigger king. So this bigger king, sometimes they make fun of the smaller kings. So what, the bigger king, one day the Sultan king is sending a letter to this smaller king.
The other king.
Yeah, his name is the smaller king, or the king to whom Tenali Ram reported to, is called Krishna Deva Raya. Krishna Deva Raya, okay. So Krishna Deva Raya is the king in South India to whom Tenali Ram worked for. Tenali Ram was part of the court of King Krishna Deva Raya, and the bigger king who was in Delhi, his name is Sultan. And that king, was the powerful king. So Krishna Deva Raya was paying taxes to the big king, and he was running the southern portion of the kingdom. So one day, this bigger Sultan, right, the more powerful king, sent a letter to, sometimes they don't treat the bigger powerful kings, don't treat these little kings well. They ask them to do something that's impossible. They make, fun of them, right? So what they said, the bigger Sultan king sends a letter to this smaller king saying this thing. Hey, you know what? We are doing a function for all the wells in our part of the country, in the Delhi area. So you have to send the wells from your area to our area to attend this party. Do you know what a well is?
Like a bowl of water, but made of rock. There's
big hole.
A big hole in the ground, and then with water filled.
Exactly. So if you drill a big hole in the ground, there is groundwater. There is water in the ground that comes there, and then people take that water and either drink it or use it for farming. Remember, where did you see the well? Where?
I saw it in your mom and
Tata's farm,
Yes.
right? You saw the well in Tata's farm. Tata was actually digging a well at that time. Yeah, so that is a well. So, do you understand the request? So, what is the king asking?
The bigger king reported, so the bigger king said to the smaller king that you should bring all your wells, your wells, wells on your side to my side.
To my area, right?
To my area.
Because he's doing some party or some function for the wells. So how is this king going to do it?
Yes.
Is it possible?
There's one thing he can do.
How? What?
Maybe dig one and then make one in his part and then destroy his.
Like what?
I mean, and then that can say that's his.
Oh, close this well and then dig another well in his area and then say, okay, we close that well and that's... No, that's not what he's asking. He's asking, pack this well, put the well in a cart and then, ship the well to my area so all these wells can, have a party together and, we'll have a nice time and then we'll send your wells back. That's what the bigger king is saying. So what is really he's doing? He's asking this little king to do something that's impossible. And he's also saying, hey, if you don't do this, you have to pay me this much fine. He's saying you have to pay me like, $100,000 fine to me. So he's purposely, trying to make fun of this little king, asking this little king to do something that's impossible. And he's trying to shame the little king, right? That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
He's trying to,
The king always wants to be better.
Exactly. So he's asking the smaller king to do something that's not possible. And he knows it's not possible. And he is, obviously he has to pay the fine because he doesn't have a choice. Because whatever this bigger king is asking, that cannot be done. So the king is worried.
Already knows that
He's purposely playing a game. He's acting as if he is smart. And he is, purposely, trying to get this money from this little king.
Yeah.
And this king, he has who? Tenali Ram. So Tenali Ram is looking at it and, the king is worried. Oh my God, see what this guy is doing. It's not fair what he's doing, but, how do we respond to this? So everybody the king is asking everybody in the court, how should we respond to this?
Krishna Deva Raya?
Yeah, Krishna Deva Raya is asking. He has several other smart people also in his court. So he's asking everybody, how should we respond to this? What do you think we should do? The king doesn't know what to do. So he's, he has his counsel and he talks to the smart people that he has and he's asking. And everybody is stunned. Nobody knows how to respond to this. Then finally Tenali Ram, they ask Tenali Ram and Tenali Ram says, here is how we should respond. Hey, here is the reply that you should send to the Sultan. He should say, hey, we are very glad to hear that you guys are having an auspicious function for all the wells in your area. We would be very glad to send the wells to your area, but, if you could send your wells to extend a formal invitation, send the wells here to this area so your wells can formally invite our wells and our wells will come to the function. So he wrote a response letter like that and sent to the Sultan. The Sultan read this letter. What? Oh, we have to go formally send our wells to your area so our wells can invite your wells. Okay, all right, we'll work on sending them. Thank you. He said that and kept quiet. Was that a good one? What, do you understand the story?
So then he kept quiet, so he never bothered the little king again?
Yeah. So what was smart about it?
Because he knew, the bigger king knew it was impossible. So, but Tenali Raman said, since we don't have to do it, how about you send it? Since maybe you know how to do it, you do it.
So he said, hey, it's customary to, extend that formal invitation in person. So you send your wells, so your wells can extend a formal invitation in person to our wells. So our wells will be delighted. So then our wells can come to attend the function. So the king, he realized his folly. I mean, he realized he was trying to play a trick on them and they called him out, right? They called him out. Hey, you're trying to play a trick. So they called him out. How did they call him out? They called him out by asking him to do the trick first. And he said that's by, you send your wells first and, make a formal invitation to our wells. Then we'll send our wells. So that guy kept quiet. Was that smart?
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, bye everybody. I hope you enjoy my story, and don't forget, you can always listen to more.
All right.